welcome back to the Glam Bar Girls. It's me, Carmen, and today we are doing the final Halloween look for our channel. Today we're going to do the Tin Queen. This was inspired by some makeup from Straight Outta Oz by Todrick Hall. So today we are doing that. Right now I'm putting on the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation only on one side of my face. A good portion of it's going to be covered up, but I wanted it to be seamless. I'm using the Colourpop No Filter Concealer for my concealer. I really like this concealer, by the way. And then I'm going to use the Nyx Wondersticks, and I think it's in the shade Universal. And I'm just going to blend that out and give myself a little contour. Not going to go overboard because, like I said, a lot of this is going to be covered up, but it'll just give you a little bit of a base to work with. If you hear anything in the background, sorry guys, I am doing this from home and I have 2 kids, so. Alright, so next we're going to start working on our eyes. We're going to start with the Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place. This is one of my favorite colorful palettes. So I'm using Burkina just in the crease just to give it a little depth, and then I'm going to go in with the top row of shades. They're mostly blues and I think there's one green up there, but we're going to use those shades to do the eyelid. So I'm starting with kind of like the middle color, and then I'm going with the lighter color, and then I'm going in the outer corner with the darker color. I'll make sure I link what colors I used here in a minute. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of the black from the Jaclyn Morphe palette. This is a really good black and it was perfect for this look. I'm also going to use a little bit of the blue that's in the far left-hand corner of this palette. So as you can see, I'm just kind of trying to make sure that the eye is kind of curved. Gives you like almost like a cat eye look. Also, once I finish this eye look, I'm also going to put some of the top left shade from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette on top in the center of the eyelid and then in my inner corner. It's a really good icy color. It's perfect for a look like this. Now I'm just doing a quick wing. I am using the NYX Epic Ink Liner. This is one of my favorite liners. I use it a lot when I'm doing Halloween looks because it's really good for detail. And it's also a great, easy pencil to use for your just an everyday wing. Alright, and I'm just blending out a little bit so it doesn't look too harsh. I mean, it's going to look a little because we basically just put blue on our eye and no other colors. And I'm just going on my under eye with a little bit of the blue colors and a little bit of black, just to kind of smoke it out of it. I'm using a NYX retractable liner in black to just line my waterline on bottom and top. And then, like I said, I'm going to go in with that far left top corner color to do an inner corner highlight. And I'm going to pop just a little bit on the center of my lid, just to make it pop a little bit. And I will also go back later and put that on the brow bone. Okay, so right now I am using some cream makeup. This is actually from Walmart. This was, I believe, like $1.24. I wanted to do a tutorial for you guys that was really cool, but also really affordable. So these paints, all of the face paints that I'm using for this look are from Walmart. I just walked in, found them in the Halloween section. They were like under $2 a piece. So this one is the metallic silver, and it was about $1.24. It does take some layering to get the really good opacity that you want, but it's really not that big a deal, and it does dry nicely. This is also from Walmart, and this was about 98 cents. Super cheap, comes in a tube, will definitely get you quite a few uses out of. I haven't even used all of my tube, and I've done this look twice. I haven't used the paints for anything else because I have a lot of black paint, but this works well. It doesn't dry down very well. I will say that. It doesn't seem like it dries down all the way. So make sure you put a black shadow over it. So right now I'm just going around and creating that eye socket. This is like a half glam, half like creepy looking 10 queen, so she doesn't have to be perfect. I am leaving a spot out on the top of my eye. This is where I'm going to put more of the blue colors, and this is going to allow me to create the illusion of kind of an eye on that eye. Alright, so now I'm going on the bottom. This is where the teeth are going to go, and so I'm just outlining where that's going to be. And I'm trying to make sure it's nice and opaque and not too kind of like bland in color. Sometimes you have to go over it twice, but that's really not that big a deal. Most face paints you have to go over it twice. So right now I'm just going over and creating the kind of look, outlining everything, and then we'll go in with our white paint and things like that. Alright, so as soon as we get these details done for the black, we're going to go in with my NYX Epic Ink Liner, and we're going to add little like cracks almost. Sorry for my constant eating of Doritos in this video. Apparently I was hungry. So I'm just filling in the silver where I missed it. My camera fell, so I had to grab it back. So I just filled in where I like misplaced the silver. So I've just added some more. And now I'm going in with that NYX Epic Ink Liner, and I'm drawing the cracks on the nose, and then I'm going to draw the cracks on the face to kind of like make it look more, I don't know, what's the word? Cracked, I guess. And so now I'm going to go over the black that is on my eye with some black eyeshadow. I'm just using the black from the Jaclyn Hill palette. You could use any black. Juvia's Place Saharan palette has a really good black. It's called Chad. That one is really, really opaque. Alright, so but I basically just did exactly what I did on the other eye to the eye with the black around it. It's pretty much the same. I did not add a wing or anything because it wasn't necessary. So now I'm just filling in my nose with the blues. So I'm going to do a darker blue and then a lighter blue and then a lightest blue. Just basically just like I did on my eyes, but on the nose. It's easier to see the colors on the normal foundation shade side than it is on the silver, but you'll get the idea. If it's not as dark on one side, you can go back in and add more color, just until you get the look that you need. See, now it's really starting to look nice and blue and kind of have that gradient effect. Then I'm going to go back in with some black eyeshadow from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just kind of going to put that around the edges to kind of spoke it out a little bit, give it a little depth. Once that is done, we will move on to the next part. Alright, so now we are going to move on to, I believe, the teeth. So we're going to use some white cream makeup. This is also from Walmart, also 98 cents, super affordable. I'm going to use a really tiny detail brush, and I'm just going to basically make blobs. I'm going to start in the center, and I'm just going to make a blob and pull down. Make a blob and pull down. And I'm just going to do that all the way around until I've got the teeth where I want them. I made a lot of teeth for this one. Not really sure why I made so many teeth, but I did. My skulls are never anatomically correct, so keep that in mind. If you want yours to be anatomically correct, I suggest that you look at a reference photo. I didn't. I just kind of wing it and go with whatever I feel is right. So it's Halloween, you can do whatever you want. And then I'm doing the same on the bottom, and instead of going top to bottom with my method, I am going from bottom to top, so I'm dropping and then dragging to the top. And this just creates the teeth. And then we're going to go in after this and add some definition. But right now, this is a good starting point. As you can see, I already look a little more creepy and not so much glam. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and do my brow on the other side because I didn't do it yet. I'm just using Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz just to kind of create a good brow shape. They're kind of blocky and kind of not the greatest, but whatever, it's something. I am not good with brows. If you guys want someone who's amazing with brows, go check out Cora's videos. She's got plenty. I'll make sure I link one up at the top. She's our other half of the Glam Bar Girls, and she's pretty great at glam. Me, not so much. Come to me for your spooky and gory, and go to Cora for your glam. Alright, so I just added some cracks to give it a little definition. And now I am going to start shading. So I am taking that brush that I used with the black shadow earlier. Oh, sorry guys. I am using that brush and I am just filling in some shadowing. I'm just taking it around the edges and then I'm dragging it down to give it some definition. I'm going to go back in on this the back part, and I'm going to actually add some blues, so that's not a big deal that it's kind of white right now. So I gave it a little bit of definition, and then I'm going to go in and go ahead and start detailing in between the teeth. So I'm just using my NYX Epic Ink Liner again, and I'm just drawing some lines in between the teeth. This is just a really simple way to give definition to the teeth. You don't have to do it this way. You could also draw around the teeth. This is just something that, for me, it kind of made it look a little spookier and not so nice. Because I don't want her to have perfect teeth. I want her to look kind of creepy. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going through and just adding a line basically all throughout the middle of the teeth. And then I'll go on my bottom lip and add some black, just so it doesn't look like there's like this red spot in between my teeth from my lips. So I'm going ahead and going back in with that, and then I'm going to go ahead and just basically draw a line from my mouth all the way to the sides just to give it a little definition in between the teeth. Now they look a little more creepy. Now we're going in with the blue colors that we used before on the eyes and the nose, and we're just kind of filling in those to give it a little shadow and definition. Then I'm taking a color, this is a NYX highlighter, and I'm just basically putting that in the highlight parts of my eyes and on my nose and then in those cheeks just to give it a little bit of brightness. Now I'm using the Essence Volume Lash. This is a great mascara for like $4. Really recommend it. Alright, now I'm going to use my House of Lashes lash glue, and I'm going to put on these cool, like, kind of icy looking glittery lashes that I found at Walmart. I think they were like $3. They were in the Halloween section. They're not the like easiest to put on, but they're great Halloween lashes because they give your eyes like a cool little pop. Alright, so I've got those on. I'm just going to go ahead and start finishing up the look now. So now we're going to add some crystals, not crystals, some rhinestones, and some studs. I am using liquid latex to attach these to my skin. That's the easiest way for me personally to make them stay really well. I use liquid latex a lot, so I'm used to using it. I would not recommend using it if you don't use it very regularly. You can use lash glue. That will work as well. Just make sure it's gotten a little bit tacky before you stick it on your face. Alright, so now I'm going ahead and adding some gems, starting with the big one, then I'm going to go to like a medium-sized one, and then I'm going to go to a small one. I dropped them on the floor, so yeah, had to start over. Alright. That is over, I'm just going to pop on a wig and the crown and show you guys what it looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this last minute tutorial. I hope you guys like it. Please subscribe to our channel for more and give it a like and maybe even leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys. All right, bye.